Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash Cole. Click that like, hit subscribe. NHL Pucks and Profits Part 2. Let's hop into the slate. Now, we got the Minnesota Wild at the St. Louis Blues. Wild comfortably in the playoffs. Blues, nothing really to play for here. Their season is done despite their hot streak down the stretch. Now, this one is minus 110 both ways. A lot of public on the Wild, 74% the ticket count, 43% of handle going their way as to where 26% ticket count, 57% of the handle taking the home team Blues. Now, your total in this set's 5.5, 52% of both ticket count and money going to the under in this one. When you look at these two teams, historically, and then also recently, the Minnesota Wild 4-2 in their last 6 games, and they've beaten the Blues 4 of the last 6 meetings. Now, the Blues played a whole lot of good hockey down the stretch. Ultimately, their slow start is what just demised them. They're 13-7 over their last 20 games. Now, Wild lean much more over. 5 of their last 7 games have went over the total. 12 of their last 17 on the road have went under the total. As to where you look at St. Louis, 5 of their last 6 have went under. 15 of their last 20 overall have went under. And when these two teams meet in St. Louis, the under is cash 4 of the last 5. Again, that total slight leans to the under here of the 5.5 for me. When I look at the side of it, again, neither team has really anything to play for. So for me, just a stay away. One thing I will say, again, just trying to cover all bases. If you like the game, Wild 23-13-4 on the road, Blues 18-14-7. Now, this will be the third time these two teams have played. They played October 9th in St. Louis, a game that the Wild won 5-0. March 1st in Minnesota, a game the Blues won 3-1. The Minnesota Wild have lost back-to-back games, as to where the Blues have lost 2 of their last 3. They won their last one against the Blackhawks. For me, I would lean under here. If I could find a 6, I would fire on the under, as long as I didn't have to go over like 125 juice wise. That's something I would look to get to there in that game. Next game on the board to get into, let's talk about the Buffalo Sabres and the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, this is a big game for the Sabres. If we look over at the standings here in the Atlantic, you have the Sabres and the Canadians tied at 106 points. You got the Lightning there at 104, but they're also trying to chase down the Carolina Hurricanes at 110 there for the 1 seed in the East for home ice throughout. Now, the Sabres are laying 220 on the road, plus 180 is the comeback on the Blackhawks. 90% of the ticket count, 88% of the handle is on the Sabres. 10% ticket count, 12% of the handle on the Shocktown Blackhawks. 6.5 is your total. Now, ticket count 50-50, except money on the total, 60% of the handle going over, 40% of the handle to the under in this one. Now, the Sabres have beaten the Blackhawks 5 straight. Sabres are 13-4 their last 17 on the road. They've been so hot. 5-2 over their last 7. Now, I will say this. Though the Sabres have beaten the Blackhawks in 5 straight, when these two teams play in Chicago, the Blackhawks are 11-3 the last 14. I'm going to say that again. 11-3 the last 14. Now, the Blackhawks not playing good hockey, 1-8 over their last 9, and they've lost 6 straight games at home at the Chicago Blackhawks. Again, I understand the Sabres need this one. They've only played once this year, back November 21st in Buffalo. That was a 9-3 win there for the Sabres. I ultimately laid off. I'm not laying $2 on the road. I guess if you wanted to parlay the Sabres and Lightning, that'd be okay, but I hate these parlays. I absolutely hate them. Buffalo here, again, I get the reason why, but I actually think there's value with the Blackhawks. I think an alt puck line. If you're going to play any parlay, I'd rather have the alt puck line. I think with the Blackhawks than I would the Sabres. But that's just me. Ultimately, I stayed off of it personally. Just didn't see the value there. The next game on the board to get into, a team again. We look over at the playoff standings now. The Avalanche, they got the 1 seed out west wrapped up. But over in the Pacific, the Knights and Oilers have clinched playoff spots. The Ducks have not. They're holding the 3 seed in the Pacific. but the Knights are at 91, the Oilers are at 90, and the Ducks are at 90. So listen, the Oilers could still get bounced all the way down to the wild card here, so they need to win, and they also have a chance to actually win the division. So they're in a very precarious situation. They got the Colorado Avalanche rolling into town. 6.5 is your total. Now let's attack the total first. 69% of the ticket count, 88% of the handle is going over the total. 31% ticket count, 12% of the handle under the total. The Avalanche laying $1.15 as road favorites. 71% of the ticket count, but only 38% of the handle is on the Avalanche. So the Avalanche, very public play here. The Oilers, 29% ticket count, but 62% of the money, minus the 105. Very sharp action on the Oilers. Now, the Avalanche have beaten the Oilers 13 of the last 19 times. Avalanche 8-4 over their last 12. They've won 6 straight on the road. The Avalanche have been so good on the road this year. Now, Edmonton, they're 6-3 over their last 9, but when Colorado comes to town, has not been good for the Oilers. The Oilers are just 1-6 their last 7 home games versus the Avalanche. Edmonton has played to the under 5 of their last 6 at home and 5 of their last 7 overall. Colorado also on an under streak. They went under the total in 5 straight. I like the under 6.5 here uh, with the Oilers. I'm not going to get to the window on the side. If I did, I would probably lean something to the Oilers and just in real time want to kind of make some up here. Now, I like the Tampa Bay Lightning a whole lot today. I'm a big fan of the Tampa Bay Lightning, but I just want to play around here. If you go alt total goal, you can get, let's see here. What do I want to do? Let's go make this kind of juicy here. So let's take the Tampa Bay Lightning and put them in the parlay. Let's do a 3 leg. Tampa Bay Lightning money line. Let's take alt total under 8.5, really jacking that thing up. And the Oilers plus 2.5 goals. That's plus 122. I think you got a good advantage there with that. So that's which one I would play that. Is taking the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Edmonton Oilers plus 2.5 goals and the alt total under 8.5. If I was going to play any kind of hockey parlay, it would be that or nothing today. Probably the biggest game on the hockey slate is this San Jose Sharks Nashville Predators game because uh, if the Sharks lose, they're done. Predators, they're holding on to that last playoff spot. They're all kind of jumbled up there now. Right now, the Predators are laying $1.55 at home. Plus 130 on the road is the Sharks. 79% ticket count, 90% of the handle on the Predators. Everybody loves the Predators. We've talked about how good they play there at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. 21% ticket count, 10% of the handle on the Sharks. Now you have a 6.5 total, 58% of the ticket count, 82% of the handle going over that 6.5 there. When you look at this, the Predators uh, have beaten the Sharks 10 straight. 10 straight. The Predators, we talk about how good they are at home, 5-2 over their last 7. Now the Sharks, 1-5 their last 6 on the road, 1-4 their last 5 overall. Predators have won 4 of their last 6. Now the over between these two teams is cash 5 of the last 6. And again, I just want to say this: the Nashville Predators have beaten the San Jose Sharks 10 straight times, including a week ago they played them 6-3 in San Jose. March 24th, not that far back, they beat them 6-3 again. Listen, I know it should be Predators or nothing here. And I'll tell you guys, if you bet the game, you got to bet the Predators. Right now, I may change my mind as the day goes on. Obviously, everything's pointing to Nashville. But this San Jose team, I have such a bad taste in my mouth after that Canucks game the other night. And it would just be my luck. I bet on the Predators and the Sharks go in there and beat them. So I'm just staying away. But I will say, smart money would say Predators are nothing here. I can't deny that fact of it. Now, last game get into here. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. You got the Winnipeg Jets and the Vegas Knights. Remember, the Knights, they're still in this with the Oilers, who finishes first in the Pacific, but the Winnipeg Jets right there in the playoff hunt as well. Now, the Knights laying $1.85, the Jets plus 155 on the comeback, 85% ticket count, 60% of the handle is on the Vegas Knights, 15% ticket count, 40% of the handle is on the Winnipeg Jets. 5.5 is your total. 66% of the ticket count, 73% of the handle is saying go over the 5.5. 34% ticket count, 27% of the handle says go under. Now, when you dive in here to the handicap, the Jets 5-2 their last seven. They've been playing such good hockey down here down the stretch. 4-1 their last five on the road. But listen, the Vegas Knights, they haven't been good at home. 2-4 their last six, but overall, they are 5-1 in their last six. And when the Knights are at home playing the Jets, they've beaten the Jets in Vegas for the last five. Overall, the Vegas Golden Knights 10-2 against the Jets the last 12. I don't want to mess with that, but there's something I do like. The under for Vegas has cashed 13 of their last 18, and four of the last six versus Winnipeg have went under the total as well. With that being said, you can go here and right now under 5.5 is where you're showing. I can't find a six out there anywhere as I'm looking. But what I will say is, I would lay minus $1.50 under 6.5. I will get to the window on that, I believe. Again, I like that parlay with the Oilers plus 2.5 on the alt puck line, the under 8.5 on the alt total between the Avs and the Oilers, and the Tampa Bay Lightning money line. RJ Cashco, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information to help you with your handicap. Whether you fade or follow, hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.